Absolute most important thing on Amazon is your product selection, going into the right market. So let's take a look at all of my failures so that you can see the lessons that I learned of what does not work. And I'll go over a couple that people have sent me where they've run into their own issues. But before we get to that, I need to address some haters because people have been complaining lately. So I got one claim, someone calling me a scam artist, saying that I did not hang out with Gary Vaynerchuk and I did not do 6 million in sales. So right here, we'll put, there's a screenshot of my sales. I've also done many interviews. I've been on Manny Coates, Brian Burt. I've been on Startup Bros. I'll link that in the description. There is me talking and taking a selfie with Gary Vaynerchuk.
Awesome, brother. Thanks for coming.
I was on the Daily V 367, and there is also a video of me frolicking in a snowman suit in VaynerMedia office. So if that's not enough proof for you, well, I don't know what else do you want. All right, so let's get to it, and I'm gonna show you guys the products that I have failed on and the lessons that I learned from them. Before we get to that video, make sure you go hit subscribe down there because I'm gonna be releasing that video of me with Gary at VaynerMedia, what I learned from the head of each department. The digital landscape is changing so fast, and I'm really excited to share that information with you guys. And make sure you hit that bell because that tells you when I release the new videos. My entire strategy has changed. I'm gonna be more vulnerable and open. I'm gonna be posting every other day or as much as I possibly can. And guess what? I'm gonna be giving it all away for free. You're not gonna see me charge for information like a lot of people do. Gary told me to just be honest and give everything I have away for free, so I'm gonna do that. I know that the universe will pay me back some way in the future, and if it doesn't, well, at least I get to help thousands of people. Here is the first product. It was LED strip lights, the first one that I ever tried. I got these waterproof ones, but what's different about these than the other ones? These are individually programmable. Well, what does that mean? Well, it means that you need a microcontroller to power them. So something like this, and you have to program them yourself. Well, this was great for me, an inventor, but not many people are inventors like me. Why did this product fail? Well, if we take a look over here at Jungle Scout, the sales are just really low. Look, there's one guy who's doing 201 sales a month, but the rest of that, there's just barely, people are just trickling in. And so that was number one, low sales. Number two, I wasn't different, guys. I did nothing new. And that's what a lot of people, when they start out, they're just doing absolutely no means of differentiation. So when asked the question, would all these other ones have reviews? Why would people buy yours over the other product? I didn't have an answer to that. And this comes into number three. I was competing against direct Chinese sellers. So if they're going to beat me on price, they have the same product as me and more reviews, well, nobody's going to buy my stuff. It's just basic common sense. So you always have to find a way to differentiate in that marketing pitch. I know how I could. I'll make a video in the future about how I would go about and actually could make it in this market. But that's not for now. We're just looking at what went wrong. So on to the next product. But I did not completely lose because check it out. Alexa, trigger whiteboard rainbow.
Sending that to it.
There are cool things that came from it. Product number 2 in my search, the 80-20 coffee mug. A lot of entrepreneurs know about the 80-20 principle, and a lot of them drink coffee. So logically I thought, this will be a hit on Amazon. No, I was completely wrong. Perhaps now with my knowledge, I could go make this successful on Facebook advertising, targeting the right people. Perhaps the authors of the 80-20 books, as well as Tim Ferriss members and whatnot. Anyways, let me tell you why this failed. Most people looking for coffee mugs are looking for something funny to give as a gift to somebody else. So I wasn't able to rank with that because my conversion rates, if you don't know what 80-20 principle is, you're not gonna buy this product. And then I wasn't able to rank for the keyword 80-20 because Amazon thought it was books. And I was doing PPC and I just couldn't even get it to show me. I could do some hacks to get it to rank for that keyword and we could see if I convert, but the conversion rate might be extremely low still because most of the people looking for 80-20 are looking for books and they're just introduced to the rule. Also, I wasn't able to rank for the keywords gifts for entrepreneur or entrepreneur gifts because people didn't know what the 80-20 principle is yet again. So even though the entrepreneur might like it, 80-20 whatever, passed their head, Amazon's based off stats, didn't work. So what's the overall lesson learned from this? Don't make a new innovative niche product and try to launch it on Amazon. It's not gonna work. Whatever you're launching on Amazon, it has to make logical sense for that keyword. When people type in this keyword and they see your product, yes. So for example, let's say we were gonna launch a new funny coffee mug. One of them that I've seen is successful is a poop coffee mug. They made a brand new mold and it's in the side, it looks like a poop and it's a coffee mug. That's successful because people are looking for funny coffee mugs. It's appealable to the masses. So you're able to rank and convert on those keywords. So if you're going to be innovative on Amazon, you have to be innovative within this square. If you want to be completely innovative and make niche products, you got to go to Shopify and Facebook and go on social to introduce them to a new concept that they will love, but you're not going to be introducing people to new concepts on Amazon unless it's through this keyword way that it's what they're looking for, but it's brand new. So, and they understand it. So take that into account and we'll see some other mistakes that I made, and it took me a while to learn this lesson. Oh, another reason why this failed is I had a bad hand model. You need to get some sexy hands if you're gonna use a hand model. All right, so here is the next one. I was like, all right, let's put the 80-20, but let's put it on a wristband. Think smarter, not harder. Yeah, so I launched this at about the same time, but same thing. Okay, people were looking for motivational wristbands and gifts for entrepreneurs and everything, but it just didn't match with that search volume and people didn't know what it was. So it's the same idea as the last coffee mug. But I was onto something more because there was margin and these wristbands did kind of work. So I'll show you then what the next product is. Not gonna go over the lessons because they're the same as the last one. Okay, so I learned my lessons. You gotta go where the search volume is. So I went into Serenity pair bracelets because I thought, okay, let's go into this because there is search volume for the word Serenity prayer, and let me go in and make a bracelet for that because people are buying bracelets with Serenity prayer on it. Can make something different. So I did that, and we look at it here. If we pull up the Jungle Scout and the numbers, they don't look very great here. Okay. But when you pull up the viral launch market intelligence, the numbers actually look quite a bit better. The numbers actually look better here because, okay, I see some monthly revenue here. Let's go over to revenue last year. That got 86,030. So there was some number here, but at the end of the day, guys, let me just be honest. Here was my product. My design wasn't very good. That was just the truth, and it wasn't a good quality. When I picked it up, it didn't make me smile and be excited. It was more of a, it's all right. It's got to be a home run for it to work, in my opinion. So this did not work. Another failure. So I said, screw it. Let's go to EDM. This is failure number 4, but I did not give up. I kept going. Guys, stick with it because you're going to see how this progression of my lesson learning went failure, 7 failures to $6 million. Because I never gave up, and I learned lessons all along the way. So, on to the next one. Whoa, man, these are crazy glasses. Yeah, so this was my next failure. And these glasses were, the Jungle Scout, when I ran the web app, it looked like it was gonna be a killer. It was saying it was selling roughly 2,000 per month. So it was just gonna be a killer. I got a pretty good price on them for about $4, and they were selling for $30, but it turns out all the sales were going to one main person, okay? And that was a brand. It was selling just based off of the brand and the brand name that they had made. So, and Jungle Scout was wrong. It said it was selling 2,000 a month. It was actually only selling about maybe 100, and then the rest of the competitors maybe once or twice a week. So there wasn't the volume that it promised to sell. And so now I literally have hundreds of these in my house. So if anybody wants some, leave a comment. I'll send you all of them that you want. I also send out wristbands, all sorts of other stuff. All right, so what lessons did I learn from this? Well, number one, you've got to check out Jungle Scout and make sure that the products are evenly distributed sales, because if it's all focused on one brand, then it's going to be hard to steal those. They might be driving external traffic, or it might just be a pure brand buy and you can't compete with them. And I also learned that you need to check and make sure that Jungle Scout's actually right. Do the 999 trick. Check out Viral Launch. Their tool is better at predicting sales than Jungle Scout is, because it said it was doing 2,000 a month. It was not at all. So it ended up just being a giant mess. I had no way. So I actually did do something right here by customizing and getting these metal frames, because the rest of them were plastic. So this is unique and everything, but guess what? You've also got to make sure, not only is your product different, but is it good? Is it the good quality? So people are using this for raves and parties, and you want to know one problem? When people are jumping up and down, it'd be nice if the glasses stayed on their head. The competitors stayed on their head. These don't. So now I'm just stuck with these hippie Kaleidoscope glasses, and they're great, but you also can't walk with them on. It's very disorientating. And the competitors, you could walk with them on. So that's where I failed. But I'll show you the other ones that I failed too. But I was getting closer with these. So how do you solve the problem of these falling off of your head? Well, you get goggles. So we got these goggles going now. And so these actually worked a lot better, and I was pretty proud of the quality of these, but I had no form of differentiation yet again. The Chinese came in, and I'll show you that on the computer. Checking out right here, you can see some of these are even down into the $7 after fees. There's just no money to be made here. But they just drove the price down. I could not compete on price alone. I had no form of differentiation. So yet again, I'm gonna lose. That's what it comes down to. Whoa, all right. Now we've differentiated. That's right, we're the only ones out there with the furry ones, guys. We've got this. But there's one problem. There's gonna be people wearing these, and they're gonna be dancing. They're gonna be all hot and stuff, and put it on and off. And on the, oh no, the fur. It falls off. It gets in your mouth, it gets in your nose. Chicks ain't gonna deal with that. It's all over the camera now. So, like we've said, you gotta find where there's the search volume. So there was with the Kaleidoscope search term. Kaleidoscope goggles or rave goggles and stuff. So I could rank for that. It looked cool and everything, but it would not get good reviews because this fur is falling off all the time. This product was yet another failure, but I saw this long path of failures. I had 4 different glasses that failed. These failed, my wristbands failed, my coffee mug failed, my lights failed. You know, just feeling about ready to give up. But there was a prevailing that came from this all. So I've had all of these failures, but I've learned a lot of lessons along the way. You need to find something with high search volume. You need to find somewhere where you can innovate and make something new and unique, but within a small square. So you have to innovate within what people are wanting, okay? Great. Now, you have to make sure that you have the best product, and you need to have that uniqueness, so that competitive edge, so that you can price higher than the others and not just get into a price war. So there's a lot of factors that need to go into account here. But I finally got one scenario that laid out the solar eclipse for 2017. Took all those lessons that I learned, and now was, okay, I'm gonna source the best glasses, make a whole new product. I'm gonna innovate and make a new eclipse viewer that nobody's ever done before. I'm going to completely take over the whole market in every aspect and kill it. And I'm gonna make another video on that because I learned so many lessons from that. But here is what came from it. Boom. I found lenses that were safe to view the eclipse with, and I put them into these products that I had from the past. So all of my failures culminated, and I did hundreds and hundreds of thousands of dollars in these, and I'm so proud of it. because it just shows that if you keep pushing and trying and learning from your mistakes and you never give up, you will achieve. And I did. And these are the exact glasses that I wore for the eclipse, and it was the best, one of the top experiences of my life. I realized that we didn't get to why I see a lot of other people failing, so I'm gonna make a different video about that in the future. And I've got a great video that's taken me a lot of time, but it explains my entire journey as an entrepreneur and of the solar eclipse and then going on from here out. So make sure that you're subscribed to the channel there, and then hit that bell so you're notified of the new content. We're going to be releasing a lot more. And could you please comment below and let me know what failures you've had as an entrepreneur or with products on Amazon. I think by sharing the failures and the perseverance that we all go through, more people will be encouraged to start or to continue to go, because everybody's always posting about their what went awesome, and not many people are posting about their failures. And it's kind of like the news is always talking about negativity and never about the positivity. This is like the opposite, where everybody's talking about the positive, but come on, there's lessons learned from all of these failures. So please share them below. I comment and respond to everything. So I look forward to hearing that and seeing you guys next time.